The V50 was Yamaha's first synth workstation. It came out in 1989 to compete against Korg's popular M1. The V50 had some features the M1 did not have, like a disk drive for storing sequences and an effect bypass button. I bought this V50 last year to make demos of my 4-operator synth patches. Since I already own 2 TQ5s, I thought it would be pointless to get the V50 that has the same FM synth engine, but I'm glad I did because it has many advantages over the other models. It's really a challenge to make a mix with a TX81Z because there's only 8 notes of polyphony. Suppose you want to record a mix with a bass, a piano, and a string pad. You would need to set the limit on this page. Maybe 1 note for the bass, 4 for the piano, and then 3 for the pad. Needless to say, it's a challenge to play a piano part that only uses 4 notes. The TQ5 has the same limitation, which made it a nightmare to record a complex song. The V50 has double the notes of polyphony, 16. Although there is a reserved notes page for parts of a performance, I never set it. I was able to arrange a song with 7 tracks without note stealing problem. This was a major leap in technology. The great design of the keyboard makes it easy to navigate through the modes of the synth. If you are in single mode, which is the patch mode, by pressing one of these 12 buttons, you can edit a patch. The top button is a quick edit button. It makes it easy to edit a patch without knowing the complexity of FM synthesis. This is a pad with a slow attack. So by just moving the slider, I can give it a fast attack. And then by pressing the quick edit button again, I go to the release page and I can give it a fast release. So it makes things much simpler. The V50 can layer and split patches in performance mode. This is something that the SY77 could not do. This is the off the matrix patch, Spheres. So I can easily layer it in performance mode for a huge pad. I mentioned before that the V50 has an effects bypass button, which is really handy. The Korg Kronos don't have the button, and it's really a pain in the neck to dig through pages to turn effects off. And if I press it, it doesn't always go off, so you got to hit it with your nail. Don't you love new technology? I was able to get a fat sound by using a low fixed frequency. In the description, there's a link about using low fixed frequencies. The V50 is the only 4-operator model that has this ability. Yet none of the V50's factory patches use this improvement. The V50 was made to compete with the Korg M1. So I think Yamaha would have used every ounce of resource of the V50. I suppose many people would consider this to be nerdy tech stuff. But since Yamaha was rushing instruments out without realizing their potential, I was able to blow away Yamaha's factory patches. There was some breakthroughs though in the sound design of the patches. This is the trumpet factory patch. The patch really got the bright overtones right. Yet the SY99's factory trumpet was not nearly as realistic. The innovation was not carried over into the next models. I suppose it's because Yamaha's executives were ignorant of quality. I mentioned that for many years I worked as an artist. I painted portraits with great detail. Since few had interest in the work of a 16th century medium, I focused on the modern medium of sound design. I apply the same attention to detail in FM patches as I did in painting. The new patches realize the V50 as a versatile workstation. These are the patches that were used in the intro. The bottom notes of this guitar have a great pick tone. It's like a sample. And here's the bass. Since the V50's hi-hat is rather poor, I synthesized one. It's nice because it changes the tone depending how hard you hit the key. It has a nice hollow quality to it. Before I close, I'll mention something odd about the V50's disk drive. It uses double density disks like this. By accident, I ordered Mac formatted disks, so I formatted this one for the V50. Now I'm at my legacy computer that has a floppy drive. This is the information for the disk that was formatted on the V50. It was formatted for only 354 kilobytes. I suppose that in 1989, the 712 kilobytes was not the double density standard yet. Because the disk is only 354 kilobytes, a modern computer will not recognize the data on it. But fortunately, the V50 will recognize data on pre-formatted double density disks. This is the folder with the V50 patches. To save the patches to a floppy, open the folder, then copy the I01 file to the floppy disk. Just copy this file. If you copied the whole folder, the V50 would not recognize it because it can't open folders on a disk. That's all for now.